What is going on, Flex Zone family? It's your boy, God's favorite host, the host with the most, back here on the Flex Zone Podcast YouTube channel. Breaking news, breaking news. Hear ye, hear ye. Read all about it. Extra, extra. Kyler Murray got broke off. He's gotten paid. He's got his new contract. And I'm here to talk about it here on the Flex Zone Podcast, only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. If you're watching this right now, you're joining us for the first time. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know what you think about the Kyler Murray 5-year, $230.5 million extension, $160 million guaranteed. Hit the bell for all notifications to know when we're live and new content drops. Got a lot of it coming your way. Like I said, hit the bell and hit that subscribe button. Follow us on all social media. You can see down below the Flex Zone 1, now on TikTok, the Flex Zone Podcast, and of course, Cash App, the Flex Zone 1. Let's get straight to it. Breaking news just came out from Adam Schefter and other NFL insiders. The Cardinals are giving Kyler Murray a 5-year, $230.5 million deal that includes $160 million guaranteed. It makes Kyler Murray, the second highest paid quarterback at an average of $46.1 million per season. It's funny how money can just solve everything, right? We saw last season and into this offseason, there were rumors about Kyler Murray being unhappy with his contract, and he unfollowed the Cardinals on Twitter. We know it's official when you unfollow somebody on social media, but he unfollowed them, and there was tension reportedly being reported, and I thought that it was a little goofy, and I thought this may, end up in a situation where Kyler Murray may not be an Arizona Cardinal long term. Who knows? But I did think that cooler heads would prevail and they would figure out some type of deal. And boy, did they. 5 years, $230.5 million extension, $160 million guaranteed. I believe Kyler Murray still had, 2 more years on his current deal? As this was, only going into year 3 for him. So he still had money on his deal going into this season, and I believe that let me get his contract details for you guys, but I believe he still had a couple years left on his deal, so this is a long-term contract for Kyler Murray. Let me get those details for you, but it looks like he will be in Arizona for the foreseeable future. He got broke off, $160 million guaranteed, $46.1 million a year, second in the league. What is that? Second to Pat Mahomes? I'm just going to assume. So they already got pretty much the financials out as well. So he was set to make $29 million this coming season, and he will not be a unrestricted free agent until the age of 31 in 2028. So basically, 5-year extension. Kyler Murray got broke off. He was in the current of a 4-year deal at $35 million. He got paid. Kyler Murray gets paid. Yeah, he was going into his 4th season, so he was looking for a new deal. But Kyler Murray, I tell you, $160 million guaranteed. I think Kyler Murray is very good. I still think he's low-key underrated. He's a top 10 quarterback, and he's proved it, in my opinion. We did top 10 rankings on episode 350 of the podcast this past Monday. I had him at number 9. I think he's a top 10 quarterback. I think should be in the conversation with the Joe Burrows and Justin Herberts and Josh Allens, in my opinion. I think Kyler Murray can throw the football as well as anybody, and I think he can run the ball very well. He runs like a 3-year-old toddler who just did something they aren't supposed to and isn't trying to go to timeout, but he is fantastic. He has overcome the doubts about his height, and he has a nice build. He doesn't really battle too many injuries. Last year he did get hurt, but he did. I think for the most part he's pretty healthy. He gets Hollywood Brown, his former college teammate. I know DeAndre Hopkins is going to be suspended, but you get those guys back together. You got Zach Ertz there. You got James Conner, some guys who can run the football. I think they have a good team in Arizona, and I think Cliff Kingsbury, he gets a lot of slack for being an offensive-minded coach. He doesn't run the ball. He doesn't have defense, but I think he's better than people give him credit for, in just my humble opinion. Not saying he's great, but I think he's better than people give him credit for, and I think this could be another big year for this Arizona Cardinals offense if they stay healthy. Let's not forget last year, they were the lone undefeated team for the longest in the NFL, and then injuries started happening, and Kyler Murray was in the MVP conversation. How soon we forget? He was playing very well and probably would have been MVP if he didn't get hurt, honestly, in my opinion. Kyler Murray gets broke off, 5 years, $130.5 million extension on $160 million guaranteed. He's in Arizona. He's paid. He's happy, just like this picture. He's thankful. And what does this mean for the Ravens? Lamar Jackson? He's sitting back with the Mr. Burns. Excellent, excellent. Because why? He now gets $230.5 million guaranteed. Excuse me, he gets a 230.5 million extension as Kyler Murray, and $160 million guaranteed, 46 million a year. You know Lamar Jackson is probably salivating knowing he's going to get about 50 million guaranteed a year, and probably a nice guarantee as well. He's going to get over 250 million extended probably as well, especially if he waits till next year and plays the way he thinks as well. Right before training camp, Kyler Murray gets broke off. He'll be in training camp happy, new deal, new contract, and looking for another breakout season. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about the Kyler Murray deal. What do you think this means for other quarterbacks? Lamar Jackson. What do you think this means for his guaranteed deal, his possibility of what guaranteed money he'll get? But does he get on the extension tip as well? And hey, do you like the deal? Do you like Kyler Murray? I think he's a top 10 quarterback. I think he's still underrated to a degree. And I think last year, if he did get hurt, he might have been your 2022 NFL MVP as well. Let me know, guys. I'm excited for Kyler Murray. I'm a big Kyler Murray fan. I think he's breaking the mold to a degree of how quarterbacks are being studied with size and height, and he did a hell of a job. Heisman Trophy winner at Oklahoma, number one pick in the draft, and he is living up to it, in my opinion, with the Arizona Cardinals as well. And I think he'll have a good season. And the Cardinals in that NFC West, which is tough, should be in playoff contention yet again. But as God's favorite host, the host with the moist, let me know down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to it. Let us know. We keep you up to date on all your football news as well. The Flex On Podcast, only place giving you your sports how you want it. Kyler Murray, 5-year, $230.5 million extension, $160 million guaranteed. He's paid. He's in. He's happy. Tranquilo, heading into training camp. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you like the deal? Do you hate the deal? What does this mean for the Ravens? Lamar Jackson. Hit the bell for all notifications. Hit the thumbs up, like button, and let me know your thoughts on Kyler Murray's brand new contract. The Flex On Podcast, y'all. Until next time, Kyler Murray, congratulations, brother. I'm gone, y'all. Peace.